Hey everybody, welcome to our Friday edition of our Tai Chi Live. We're going to do our 7 minutes of Serenity, which has been our tradition on Fridays for a while. And today we're going to do it just a little bit differently. On Tuesday we talked about modifications and how we can help people that might be less mobile and encourage them to be able to do Tai Chi and to get the benefits of Tai Chi. Just because we're modifying, we're not putting aside the principles. Those principles are still very, very important, and you can still apply them even when you're modifying. Thinking about being suspended from the ceiling, thinking about your columns. Remember, there's 3 columns, one straight down the center of your body, one through each shoulder, through each hip. You want to think about where is your weight? Which side is empty and which side is full? That's our substantial and insubstantial. We want to think about rotating on that central column and leading from the dantian, moving from the dantian, which remember is 2 inches in from the belly button and 2 inches down. This is very important, especially in this modification. I had a question come up after Tuesday's principle practice on modifications, and Robin asked about, what about shoulder issues? What about people that have problems with their shoulders? How can we modify Tai Chi for that? Well, Robin, I want to make sure that anytime you're doing your upper body movements, your movements with your arms, if you have shoulder issues, you want to limit your range of motion in your arm motions. But the more important piece of that puzzle is applying the principle of moving from the dantian. Because if you're moving from the dantian, then your shoulders are actually relaxed and they're not doing the work. If you take wave hands like clouds, for example, if I'm just moving from my arms, even if I am a limited rotation like this, but I'm really focused on moving from my arms, my shoulders are doing a lot of the work and they're very tense. If I think about my dantian is the major mover here, and I move from my dantian, now all of a sudden my shoulders can relax. And you can see I don't have to have my hands very high. I don't have to have them up here. If that hurts, lower your hands. That's just fine. But you really need to be applying the principle of moving from the dantian to allow your body to relax. If you think about the motion of Repulse the monkey, where I talk about, coming up over and coming up over, even with that, you can modify shoulder issues. You can come from the side. You can be a sidewinder. That's really okay. So today's 7 minutes of Serenity, we're going to start in the chair. And I want everyone, if you have the availability, I want everyone to be able to do this in a seated position. Even if you are able to stand and you're able to do these motions, I still want you to feel what it means to apply these principles in a seated position. So if you have a chair, find your chair. Ideally it's one without arms, but we can still do it with arms, that's fine. You still want to make sure that your area is free from anything that you might trip on or little critters that might come up and bother you while you're trying to be serene. So let's get started with that 7 minutes of Serenity in our seated modification. So if you're sitting in your chair, I want you to come forward just a little bit. In other words, you're not all the way back. Sit a little bit forward, bring your feet flat on the floor. Try to sit nice and tall. Remember that principle of being suspended from the ceiling. We're going to do preparation. Just bring your hands down, take a nice deep breath in, and breathe it out. Do it again. One more time, preparation. Now we're going to do pushing chi. I want you to just bring this foot out gently. And remember, you're moving from the dantian. You're not moving from your hands. Do one more pushing chi on this side. Good. Now you're going to bring your weight back. Bring this foot in and let this leg come out, pushing chi. One more pushing chi. Now bring this foot back in and we're going to do repulse the monkey. So remember, in the chair, you don't have to have your arm open all the way up. Let your body be relaxed. Repulse the monkey. You still want to try that rotation. Make sure you're rotating on that central column. One more. Good. Now bring your weight over to this side, holding the ball. Let this foot come out and brush knee. Remember, you're moving from the dantian, you're still rotating, and that weight shift is a little tiny shift. Brush knee on the other side. Bring in that weight, foot back, then put the other foot out, brush knee. Do one more on each side, brush knee. Now you're going to do part the wild horse's mane. So you're stepping out just like you did with brush knee. Try to get that rotation just a little bit more with this part the wild horse's mane. Keeping those columns intact. You're not trying to shift the weight too far over. One more, part the wild horse's mane. Now bring that foot in and we're going to do wave hands like clouds. So from this seated position, you're obviously not taking steps, but you can still think about shifting that weight gently over onto this cheek as you're over here. And then as you shift that weight over to the other cheek. And good. Now bring your weight over to this side and we're going to lift this leg into our pheasant stance. So if you want to scoot back just a little bit in your chair, pheasant stance, then change the weight over to here, pheasant stance. Do pheasant stands on each side one more time. Now you're going to do kicks. So lift and kick. And remember, you don't have to kick as high as I do, that's fine. If you come out just like this, that's totally fine. Now we're going to add the smash and box the ears to those kicks. So you're going to kick, smash, bring that foot down and come forward just a little bit from your dantian and box the ears. Now just do a pushing chi. Good. Now bring that weight back. Bring the weight here. We're going to do kick, smash, and box the ears on the other side. and pushing chi. Let's do that on both sides one more time. Kick, smash, box the ears, pushing chi. Kick, smash, box the ears, pushing chi. Now as you come back, hold the ball on this side. We're going to do the ward off. So bring this opposite foot out. Bring that bottom hand up, turning, rotating on that central column, moving from the dantian. Grasp the bird's tail. Now bring the hands down to that opposite hip and then out, pushing chi. Remember, in your seated position, your angles are a little bit smaller. Bring that back, the weight stays here, pushing, or excuse me, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. We're going to do that on both sides one more time. Step out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. One more time on the other side, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate, press, pushing chi. Now bring both feet back in, and I just want you to breathe in and then push out. This is pushing the mountains, then breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, push out, breathe in. Good. Let's do pushing chi a couple times on both sides. Two on the other side. Now bring that weight back, center it, take a nice deep breath in, look up, reach up. Now if you have shoulder issues, you don't have to reach this high, and bring it back down. Good, breathing in and breathing out. There you go. So that's your 7 minutes of serenity from that seated position. We're going to do it again, but we're going to do it as if you need to have assistance. You can stand, but you just need this chair here. Remember, the chair is there because you might be a little bit wobbly on your feet. Totally fine to hold on. So we're standing kind of facing that chair. Take a nice deep breath in, do your preparation. Remember, if you just need to have your hand here, that's fine. Now, thinking about your weight, you're going to be pushing chi. And again, if you need to hold on to make sure that you're safe, that's what that chair is there for. Pushing chi. Bringing this foot back. Bring the weight over to this side. Now we'll do pushing chi on the other side. One more pushing chi. Now bring that weight back. Good. You can hold on. Bring this arm forward, this arm sort of to the back, and repulse the monkey. Your weight is even right now on your feet. One more. Good. Now I want you to hold the ball and we're going to step out and brush knee. Good. Then you're stepping back and you're going to do brush knee on the other side. That weight shift, making sure your columns are staying straight, that you're not leaning over, you're not leaning too far forward. All of this is important. Remember, those are those underlying principles that will help you become more balanced. One more on each side. Now we're going to do part the wild horse's mane. So it's the same thing. Part the wild horse's mane. If you need to hold on with that bottom hand. As you come out, let that top hand kind of float out and try to rotate on that central column. Part the wild horse's mane. One more on each side. Good. Now bring this foot back and we're going to do our wave hands like clouds, but this time we're actually going to step. You're going to step this direction, just 2 steps. That way that chair is still within reach. Then we're going to step back. Let that dantian lead. We're going to come back this direction. If you're rotating and letting that dantian lead, your shoulders can relax. Your whole body is more relaxed. Good. Now you're going to lift this leg into pheasant stance. Now remember, if you need that hold on, that's fine. Just hold on to the side that's not doing the elbow towards the knee. Also remember, if you don't want to lift your knee up as high as I do, that's fine. You can keep your foot on the ground just like this. Let's do a kick. And the same thing with kicks. If you need to hold on, you just hold on. And if you're still not confident lifting that leg all the way up, this can be a kick. That's totally fine. Kick, smash, and box the ears now. If you need to hold on, kick. You can smash with one hand and you can box with one hand. Do your pushing chi with one hand. Totally fine. If you want to be adventurous and try that kick, smash, and box the ears without holding on, that's good. Then pushing chi. Let's try it again on both sides. Bringing that weight over. Kick, smash, box the ears, pushing chi. Kick, smash, box the ears, pushing chi. Now we're going to do the ward off. So I want your weight over to this side as you hold that ball and then you step out. Ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Try to move from the dantian as you rotate and bring your weight back as you roll back. Rotate and pushing chi. Bringing your weight over to this side. Now bring it back. Ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Let's do that ward off on both sides of the body. One more time each. And remember, you can hold on, ward off. It's totally fine. Grasp the bird's tail. Then as you roll back, maybe try to let that hand go into your pushing chi. One more time. Ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Center your weight now on your feet. Take a nice deep breath in and then push out the mountains. Breathing in as you gather that energy back in, and then breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Let's do pushing chi on each side 2 times. Bringing that weight back, pushing chi on this side. Then come back. Breathing in, extending up if you can. Breathing out. Breathing in, extend, and breathing out. Okay, very nice. Now, if you still need your chair, I want you to be able to do this 7 minutes of Serenity one more time from your chair. You can be seated in your chair, or you can have this chair for your assistance. But I'm going to get rid of the chair now, and we're going to do that form one more time. So whether you need the assistance or not, you decide. If you decide to do it without, you make sure that your area is nice and clean. Make sure that you don't have anything that could make you trip or fall. Okay, so stand nice and tall. Think about being suspended from the ceiling. Let your body fall naturally into alignment. Let your knees be soft. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe it out. And just open your feet just a little bit. Center your weight. Preparation. Moving into pushing chi 3 times. Bringing that weight back, pushing chi on the other side 3 times. Now bring that weight back, center your weight, repulse the monkey, but with no steps. One more. Good, now bring your weight over to this side, holding the ball. We're going to step out, brush knee. On the other side, brush knee. One more time on each side. Now you're going to do part the wild horse's mane. Bringing your weight back. Wave hands like clouds. 2 steps. Then back. And again. Bring your weight to this leg, pheasant stands. Pheasant stands. Now kicks. One more. Kick, smash, and box the ears. Lowering that center of gravity, moving from the dantian, pushing chi. Then on the other side. Kick, smash. Make sure you're moving from the dantian, boxing the ears, pushing chi. Let's do it again on each side. One more time. Now bringing the weight back, holding the ball, we're going to do ward off. Step out, moving from the dantian, rotating on that central column. Bringing that weight back, then bringing it forward. And now on the other side, ward off. Grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. We'll do that ward off sequence on both sides, bringing the weight here, then stepping out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. One more time on the other side. Ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. Now centering your weight, take a nice deep breath in, push out the mountains, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, push out, breathing in and breathing out. Good, now bring your weight over to this side. We're going to do pushing chi 2 times on each side. Bringing the weight back, pushing chi. Now Now bring your weight back, take a nice deep breath in, extend, then breathing out. One more time, breathing in all the way up, breathing out. Nice job. Okay, so there's your 7 minutes of serenity. And I want you to remember that we have these housed on our YouTube channel, Open the Door to Tai Chi. You can refer back to these as many times as you want to. So when you need to do your 7 minutes of serenity, you can turn on some nice soothing music, something that you like, and it'll give you that, not only the benefit of balance, but the benefit of stress relief, which is something we really, really need. I understand there is a question, so go ahead. What is the question?
Somebody asked, is when you're standing, can you face the back?
When you're standing, can you face the back? You mean, do you want me to face the back? The question was, when you're standing, can you face the back? If you're asking about me, if I need to be facing that way, I face this direction right now because we don't have mirrors. When we're in my studio, when we can get back into my studio, I do turn my back. Now, if you're talking about when you're standing facing a chair, you are facing the back of that chair. Not sure that I'm answering that question. If I didn't get it right, send me an email, diane@taichisystem.com, or you can write that question even in the comments section on the YouTube channel, and I can get back to you. I do want to answer your questions. I'm glad that somebody raised their hand. That's good. I think, did I have another question? Okay. I hope you have a great weekend. Next Tuesday, we're going to continue with our principle practice, and we're going to talk about being rooted and grounded. It's a very important concept in Tai Chi, and there are many different levels of interpretation with being rooted and grounded. If you know somebody that would love to do Tai Chi, but they just feel like they're not able to stand, please pass this along to them, because I want to have them have the ability to get that stress relief, to be able to enjoy Tai Chi. So pass this along to them. And if you have students that need to have modifications, I hope this helps you as well. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Tuesday.